What is prayer? Keeping in mind that the script is a fixed concept of the will of God shaping all that has and will happen, and the fact that God tells us, in the Bible, to pray without season and cast all our cares on Him, it is safe to say that prayer is simply constant communication with God within oneself, in a room made specially for it, the mind. Communication between God and man, on the part of man, cannot be reserved to only the times of a last resort. It should be an initial response to trouble or its signs. This is not only because without this continued line of communication, living and all its rituals is just depressingly dull and repetitive until, and maybe, if we are lucky, we get what we want and in the process, accept a trip downhill to deconstruction so that we may then understand clearly why it is, as a fact, not what we need, over and over until we are fully aware of the fact that it is best to ask for God to make us aware of the process of surrendering to His will and what He knows we need. In the process, we will learn to more easily forgive other souls whenever they find themselves in necessities that cause them to trespass, for the sake of the resolutions in understanding of everyone involved, that lead to character development, trusting God to keep the affliction from rising again a second time. Prayer is the communication element of a relationship with God. Communication is, of course, a very important element of any relationship. Again, remembering who and what God is, our Father, Creator and true friend, we must also remember that He already knows everything about us, and so, communication on our part is more important to us than it is to Him in the sense that we need it to function and He does not. With or without our awareness of God, He will do what He has said He will do, and without our awareness of Him, we will have to go through life only seeing it in darkness, in a way that is boring and makes you feel unhappy, instead of seeing it with the lights on, to truly appreciate the interesting plot and all of the cheerful optimism it inspires, even in the midst of the terrifying peaks. Thankfully, the Lord has scripted the latter to happen in its appointed times. Then Jesus said, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? So I say unto you, ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened to you." On the topic of asking, the first thing to ask for is His will to be done in your life. This prayer reminds you that the Lord is in control of everything, further reminding you to simply watch His nature and that of the love He has for us, as it unfolds in the events of our days. This prayer also keeps you from easily discarding your faith whenever certain things don't go the way you thought it would, because it helps you remember that He has made plans for you to survive the removal of certain things you believe you cannot live without, in an effort to spare you from false beliefs, the half-broken walking stick upon which you cannot rest or rely, for the inevitable fall that will lodge the impaling half of that stick into your side, as your awareness is nudged back into the direction in which we are all to unite in the faith and in the knowledge of the Son of God. Is anyone in trouble? Let them pray. Is anyone happy? Let them sing songs of praise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For through wisdom your days will be many, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise, your wisdom will reward you. If you are a mocker, you alone will suffer.